Hi, I just wanted to make another video on my review of Path of Exile 2. I want to say there's a lot of net positives. I had made another video before this, but it was just very long-winded, so I'm going to try to shorten it up here in this one. But there's a lot of positives. I think the story is great, the music is great, the voice acting is great. Um, Yeah, and I really like the beginning where you're hanging on this noose and you escape, and all the other characters that you didn't choose, they're out of there. But as far as the character select screen goes, uh how come there's not more customization? Like you can't choose the gender, and you can't choose to see your characters fat or small or tall, or and even like if you look at this lady right here, look at her posture. She's kind of like leaning forward a little bit. She doesn't really look like a very hot chick. It's like, yeah, there should be a little way to customize it. Like when you're coming from these other games, you kind of get spoiled by all the customization that you could do. That's missing here in PoE2. Like if you look at my pet, he's a goofball. He's like a fat little troll. But what if I could change his eye color or his skin color? To like green or something. That would be kind of cool. Or even like my armor set. I have no critiques on the armor set. I think it's beautiful. But on my character screen, I have a necklace. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm just being totally negative here. I'm just going to give you all the negatives and just say it's an overall net positive experience that I'm having. But these are the negatives that, maybe you need to take a look at. Okay? So the necklace, I can't see it on my character. I've never seen a necklace or like my rings. I should have maybe a purple glowing stone on one hand and a yellow glowing stone on the other hand. Or maybe like a transmog system, where I could change my focus, like my whole character looks like it's put together, but then I have like these antlers as my focus. It's kind of throwing me off. Or maybe like a zoom feature, where I could like zoom in and I could check out somebody else's gear and see what they're wearing and stuff. That'd be kind of nice. Um, okay. Now, as far as Act 1 goes, uh, the story is good and everything, but all these guides that are out there are saying every time you level up, you want to go to these vendors.
It is good to see
okay, and see if you want to buy something. So they're saying every time that I want to level up, I go to these vendors and buy something. So you mean to tell me at the beginning of the game I'm gonna have 1,200 gold from running around, and every time I level up I'm gonna have enough gold? I really don't think so. It wasn't like that when I first started playing. You have to vendor all your items to this chick right here, and then hopefully be able to get 1,200 gold by the time you level up again. So that might be something you want to take a look at. And if I go back and I don't have 1,200 gold, I got to go farm it, and I go back and I kill more monsters, and I end up leveling up, and I come back over here. I might not have this item might totally be gone. It just her whole store might totally re-roll, and I won't be able to get the item. Now, in Act 2, there's a quest where you got to get this horn and assemble all the pieces together, and it's like a 4 or 5 part quest, but you got to go to like 4 or 5 different areas, and it doesn't really tell you where to go. Now, those areas are so big, and you're pretty much looking for a needle in the haystack. And y'all recently made this feature where I don't know if it has something to do with the overlay map. Maybe somebody could leave it in the comments if they know how to do it. But when you reach a checkpoint, you should be able to fast travel back and forth to that checkpoint with this new update. I mean, I can't figure out how to do it on console. I don't know how to do it. So maybe somebody could leave it down in the comments, but if there's not a way, GGG, can you tell us how we're supposed to do it here on console? Because I can't seem to figure it out. Now, another thing about consoles is when we came from Path of Exile 1, there was an in-game market, so you could walk up to the bulletin board and interact with it, or if you're in your hideout, you could hit pause and go to the market, and it was like in-game. I mean, I know PC players have always had the trade thing where they go to each other's hideouts and trade and do all that, but you know, that was pretty confusing for me when I first got over here. I was like, where's the trade market? You know, it turns out you got to hit pause, and you got to go here, and you got to open up the web browser and go in there. I mean, to me, it was better with the other thing. Now, I'm not saying get rid of your website, but I don't know how many people really enjoy that. Like, they have to stop their map and get out and go do the trade, and then go back in, or maybe if they whisper the guy again, you know, they have them on block or ignore. Like, well, I was listening to Zizrin's podcast, and he said that, you know, he had whispered the guy, and he had him on ignore or something because he wasn't quick enough to get out of there in time or something. He wasn't, you know, he was in his map or something like that. And it's just like, that was very weird, you know. It's like, golly. And then on PlayStation, it takes a little while to do the trade. You know, you have to hover above the person's name, hit accept, and then go over, you know, go back again and do the trade. And if you're not quick enough, these PC players are just used to like clicking, you know, click, real quick trade. But you know, it's gonna take console players a little bit more time because we don't have the click. We got to move our directional buttons left and right and hit X and do all of this. So sometimes when I'm trading somebody, they're like in a rush, and then they end up leaving the party on me before I could trade them, and I'm like, golly, dude, you couldn't wait like 2 more seconds? I was just about to press X. Anyways, yeah, that's something that might, you know, you might want to take a look at. And then the good thing about the in-game market with the bulletin board is it does have like a scam prevention in there. So, you know, I watched this video of this Chinese guy named Mathematics or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably getting that wrong, but he's a great creator, and he posted something for 70 divines, and whenever the guy traded him, he gave him 70 exalteds, and he wasn't really like paying attention. Like I said, these PC players are just click, you know, just they're so fast, you know, like they do the trade so fast. And then he ended up getting burned. And yeah, that's kind of on him because he didn't really look at it, but you know, he was just trying to just do the trade real quick. And he got burned. And you know, right now a divine is going for like 70 exalted. So let me know in the comments down below how much he got burned for, man. But that's quite a lot. You know, I'm not saying get rid of your website, but you know, is there a way that we could have both? You know, I mean, the technology is already there. How come we can't have both? I mean, I'm just saying. The The cruel difficulties were cool. Act 3 is cool. Um, the only thing that I kind of have with Act 3 is that hidden quest. I really didn't know about it, and that for me that was a little weird. Like I had to go onto the internet to find out. But maybe y'all wanted it like that, so I mean I'm not gonna say too much about that. Let's go to the stash. Okay. So I have here you see all my premium stash tabs are edited already. But when I first did this, I was like wondering how to edit it. Now I kind of figured how to do it because I played Path of Exile once, so I ended up figuring it out. But you see on top it says stash options R3 up. Well, it turns out that right below it there's that R3 left, but it doesn't have a description there. And even at the bottom it says pick up, unstack, L to edit search, L2 and L to clear search, and L2 and R2 to reorder tabs. And then even that R1 and L1, right next to the 12 there, if you look to the right, you see R1. I mean, that's very small. That's how you select a different tab. Maybe extend that a little bit so that way people know how to navigate through their tabs here. So anyways, you have to hit R3 and left, and that's how you edit this. Maybe put a little description next to that. That's my only gripe about that. Okay, let's talk about this area. When you come from doing the map, you gotta come all the way down, all the way over here to hit the well, and then you gotta go all the way back, and I have 25% movement speed on my boots. But for me, it seems like this character just takes forever to get over there and come back over here. Could we move the well to like over here? Or so something like maybe even like right here and get rid of this wall? Golly, why are these walls obstructing the vision of my character? That's another thing. Big Ducks talked about that in his video. That's kind of annoying. I want to come back from running the map. Okay, boom. Hit the well, hit the guy, sell my stuff, throw the stuff in my stash tab, and go. Boom. The town is lava. So that's that's been the philosophy. The Reforge bench, I don't know too much about why it's here. I mean, I don't hear nobody having a good experience with this. The salvage bench is kind of cool, but like I said, can we move it, more over here or maybe up against this wall or something? We want to blast, come back, hit the well, hit the guy, do all of it like in a consolidated area. If you look at people's personal hideouts, they have everything like real close because they're blasting. They want to get in, get out, get in, get out. They want to go back to the map. So that's that. Now let's talk about the dread of the PlayStation community. Well, first I want to say this area is very buggy. Like, look at these people's auras on the ground here to my right. Look at that. I have a good connection, and I'm on a PS5. What's up with that? Sometimes I even plug in a map, and then I try to go inside the map, and it crashes. Maybe there needs to be a little easier way for us to get our own personal hideout in the campaign somewhere. Like it has a chance. I'm not saying it's guaranteed all the time, but like if you're in the forest, you have a chance of getting a forest hideout. If you're in the jungle, you have a chance of getting a jungle hideout. If you're in the city, you have a chance of getting a city hideout. If you're in the desert, you have a chance of getting a desert hideout. If you're in the If you're in the desert, you have a chance to get the desert hideout, something like that. I mean, look at how buggy it is. You know, I've been crashing a lot here, and there's nothing I could do about it because I haven't found a hideout. Anyways, let's talk about the dread of the uh, console community right now. That is, you guessed it, the item filter. Now, I do have a video, you know, kind of complaining about this. You can look at it if you want. But, I mean, not only do I want to know why we don't have it, but more importantly, how come there's not like a better function? Like, what I mean is, instead of this box, maybe there's a way to like create your own custom filter here in the game. You know, I was watching one of these streamers make their, I think it was Lily, DS Lily. I was watching her make her own filter. And woo, boy, I'm glad, I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that here on my PlayStation. To type out all of that, pound, see this, pound, don't show this, pound, 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 pound. Woo! I don't know. Woo! I don't know how they have the patience to do that. That's crazy. You know, and then you have to look up the color. Okay, 36, 24, 36, blah, blah, blah. Hit, you know. That means green. Dang, who knew? You know, where'd you get that from? You know, then you got to go to a third-party website, or like even NeverSync's website. You know, I don't know when that's gonna come online, or if console people are gonna even be able to use it whenever it does come out. But let's say there's a new player. They're not gonna know. They're not gonna have any idea about how to do their own loot filter. You know, they gotta go watch a video on how to do it. You know, and then they know. How come there's not something in game? Or, you know, I even thought of, like, maybe there's one of these NPCs and you go up to them here at the end game. You know, it doesn't have to be right away. But let's say the guy's name is NeverSync. It's an NPC. And you got to do a quest for the guy. And he's like, hey, do you want items? You know, I'm going to help you. Golly, this dude NeverSync, man, he really made Path of Exile 1 a great experience for a lot of us. I mean, the loot was dropping like crazy in Path of Exile 1. So you needed something. Now, I know that you really don't need it so much in Path of Exile 2. But when a divine orb drops and an exalted orb drops and a transmutation orb and all of these things, they all look the same on the ground for us console people. It's just like these little gray and black boxes on the ground. And then if something drops off screen, you know, I was playing a Archmage Spark character. And so I'm killing stuff that's way off screen somewhere. And so I don't know if a divine dropped off screen out there. You know, I don't know. I have to like stop and look. And yeah, anyways, I go into that in my other video. But, you know, it'd be nice if there was more stuff in game that we could do to kind of make it, you know, just a little bit better. That's just my suggestions. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. But to end this video on a positive note, I just want to say happy holidays to the GGG staff and their families. And I want to say thank you so much for this game. This is probably going to be the best Christmas gift that I'm going to get this year. I mean, I don't want to go into my personal life, man, but the gaming is the world to me. I mean, this is all I have. I'm alone here with my two little dogs. and really that's it, man. You know, I love gaming, man. I'm lost in my own little world over here, and you know what? This game has really been great for me. You know, I've even started making videos, and you know, I like this game has made me want to make videos to help people, you know, who are on console and new players and stuff like that. You know, I want to be a creator for this game. So, thank you so much for watching, and you know, I just want to say thanks again. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope everything goes well. Bye.